Hey, my name is Mike, and this is a too long dinner read version of Operator Thogar on Heroic. Mechanically, this is the same fight as it is on normal. The only difference for Heroic is that it does more damage. If you look at the walls in this room, you'll notice 4 sets of doors. Throughout this entire fight, trains come out of these walls. If they hit you, they do a ton of damage and will usually kill you. So you want to make sure you're paying attention to the doors and moving away from the trains as they come out. Half of these trains just pass through and the other half stop and spawn adds. There's 5 different types of adds that can spawn throughout this fight. The iron crack shots throw grenades at random locations which deal damage to anyone within 6 yards. The raiders put a rend on their target and also throw bombs like the crack shot. Firemenders also throw grenades, but they also have a heal called cauterizing bolt that you want to make sure to interrupt. The man at arms does a raid-wide AoE. He also charges a random player and does damage to anyone within 7 yards of that person. The iron gunnery sergeant stays on the train and is on a turret. He shoots bombs at random people that explode after 30 seconds and deal damage to anyone within 9 yards. So if you get targeted with this, you want to make sure to run away from everybody else, preferably into a corner of the room so that way the bombs aren't just blowing up in the raid. It's important to note that if the adds can't attack anyone because a train is blocking their way, they'll just spam grenades at the raid. The iron gunnery sergeant should always die first, and that's the ranged responsibility. The man at arms should be your second priority. However, you should always have people paying attention to the firemender's cauterizing bolts. Once the man at arms is dead, you can kill the firemender, then the crack shot, and then the raiders. Boss also periodically puts a stacking buff on the adds that increases their damage, their haste, their movement speed, and reduces their cast time. Thogar puts a stacking dot called Enkindle on the tanks. It does a little bit of fire damage, but it also increases the damage you take from Enkindle by 35% for 25 seconds. You might notice these electrical void zones on the ground. They pull people towards the center of them, so you mainly just want to make sure you're not standing in it. There's also one part in this fight where both of the middle doors open up. At this point, you want to make sure your raid splits up into each end of the room, because otherwise adds are going to be spamming grenades at you from one of the sides, or you're going to have like 3 people on one side and they're going to die. For the second split, you can have your entire raid stand on the track where the boss spawned, but make sure you're sending a tank and a healer to the track closest to the entrance of the room. Also, if you're wondering, you cannot stand in between 2 trains to try to not get hit by them, because you will get hit and you will die. The best time to pop your offensive cooldowns is at the start of the fight and any time after that they're available. Defensive cooldowns should be saved for when they're needed, especially when there's adds up. That was a too long dinner read version of Operator Thogar on Heroic. If you have any questions, let me know down below in the comments. Thanks for watching and have a great day.